3, 2, 1. Balls.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere! Thralls Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly.
What's up, swingers? From the mild and not so humid streets of Chicago, I am Gershom. Unfortunately, our dear host, Uncle Wooly, is sick with the Rona. I'm here with Bentolas. What's up, Ben?
I am on the sultry streets of Austin, Texas, and Wooly is not feeling the best this week, and he wanted us to give it a go with recording our own episode. So, what's up, guys? Feel better, Wooly, and what's up, swingers?
Yeah, welcome to episode
46
of Thralls Balls. We actually have a teabag to read.
I am restless.
Teabag Time.
So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, we read reviews and messages we get from people on the air, and we call it a teabag because, you know, balls. This comes to us on Twitter from Camille Kabak. Love your podcast. Very entertaining and laid back. Great work, guys. So thank you for that. If you want to give us any feedback, feel free to email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, tweet us at thrallsballspod, or even leave a review on the Warcraft Radio podcast directory at warcraftradio.com. We will be there with all of the other really great Warcraft shows. So, Ben, I feel like I've already talked a lot. What have you been up to in Warcraft this week?
Yeah, so I basically, doing Mythic Raid again. We actually killed Pantheon last week, and then this week we killed Pantheon again, but we had a bunch of people that showed up this week, so I volunteered to sit out. So I actually haven't killed him, but my guild did. And now we're progging on the robot guy.
I have no idea. I don't raid, so this is hot. So I also saw in the chat that you got your heroic Sylvanas. Are you doing behind the curve?
Bless. God bless. No, I already got ahead of the curve. Unfortunately, because Blizzard has fucking shitty game designers, there is multiple classes, specifically melee classes, that need to do the old raid to get best in slot items. And so my dagger, I had a 233 normal dagger, and from Sylvanas, and it's actually my best offhand weapon still. I can get a 285 dagger from the new raid and Mythic, and it would not be as good as that dagger. So I ran my guild does, because we have a warrior officer, so he throws together these groups every week, and we go out and do Sylvanas again on heroic, and so we did that, and I got my dagger, and it felt good because the week before we did it, I got the dagger that week, but there was another rogue that it's in our group who didn't have any sort of Sylvanas dagger, and so
you had to give it to them. That's my dog. Sorry, Wooly.
I didn't have to give it to him. I just, the way I look at it, I don't care what I parse when I'm progressing. I only care about killing the boss. So the way I looked at it was, this is a bigger DPS rate for him than it is for me. I'll get my dagger some other time, and I gave it to him, and then, I think it's it's almost like good karma, right? I got the dagger the next week after farming that fucking boss 50 fucking times last season and not seeing a drop one. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to.
So now you're done. You got your dagger. You're good on that boss.
Well, now I gotta go to Mythic. I gotta get the Mythic one.
You're such a fucking Mythic grinder. I love it. I've been doing my casual shit. I've been playing through BFA. I finished on my Makar Orc. Well, I didn't finish. I am sort of pissed off that the Horde storyline is locked behind the Dazorlor raid, but you get the achievement even if you don't do the raid. So it's fine. I think I can watch. I know what happened. King Rastakhan dies and all this stuff, and I can watch the cinematics, so it's not a big deal. My Mac heart orc's like 55, and so I went and I rolled a Void Elf. I originally wanted to take a Kultiran through Kultiris, but apparently you can't roll a Kultiran until you finish the Kultiran storyline one time. So I rolled a Void Elf, and for those of you who haven't listened to past episodes or aren't familiar with the story,
Void Elf Paladin. Void Elf.
No, it's a hunter. It's a hunter. It's always a hunter. You know me. Hunter Gershom. It's always a hunter. It's a hunter. But for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, last year I threw a barbecue at my house here in Chicago, and there was a little incident where on the DNR podcast, Do Not Relent, go check them out. Slide Whistle had kind of poked fun at Wooly and said like, oh, look, the Void Elves have like their high elf hair now or something. It was something silly. I don't know why they were kind of poking fun at each other. But Wooly showed up to this barbecue with a homemade t-shirt. This is a white t-shirt. And he wrote on it with Sharpie. And he said, Void Elves rule, Slide drools. And so I made my Void Elf and I named it Slide Drools. And I actually asked Slide Whistle if that was okay, and he said it was totally fine. He thought it was hilarious. So I've been playing my Void Elf through BFA. I'm loving the Alliance side of the story. I love BFA entirely. This actually, like, because when you do it through Comey Time and story-wise, you don't have to worry about like systems and stuff like that. You're just doing the story. My dog, sorry. It's just really fun, and the Alliance side is fun. The Horde side is fun. And when I'm done, I'm going to have the achievement 2 sides to every tale, which comes for a mount with each side. So like the Horde gets a horse, which is weird, and the Alliance gets a wolf, which is weird because you think it would be flip-flopped, but whatever. And that's pretty much what I've been doing.
I actually think that the BFA story for Alliance is so much better than the Horde one.
It really is. Oh my god, I hate this because I'm like Horde in my heart, but it is so much fun, and I have like the biggest crush on Talia, and just knowing like that her dad's gone and she was raised by the harbor master Cyrus, and it's rad, and she's rad, dude. Like she comes in and she scoops you up, she rescues you, and I love Talia. I have to say, I think if I was gonna say that I like the Alliance story better, which is hard to admit.
I know it's true. It is, but
I know
it is really good. I like everything. I like the one quest that stands out in my mind from doing Alliance BFA is the one where fucking Flynn is drunk as shit and you have to like,
dude, and he like runs you around in circles.
Yeah.
I love that too. He's like, wait, it was right, it was left. Yeah, Flynn is speaking of like fictional characters you might have a crush on, I definitely have a crush on Flynn Fairwind. Absolutely.
I think Flynn Fairwind is basically my spirit animal within the game. Because one, he would
he's a human, he's not an animal.
No, like one, he's a rogue. 2, he's a drunk. 3, he likes to gamble. That's everything I need to hear.
I love it. I know. I would lay down with him in a hot second. I think anyone would. He smells like soap and whiskey and salt water, right? Or something.
Yeah, that's what fucking what's his face says. The guy Matthias Shaw.
He's like, oh, he leaned right into me and we were about to kiss. I love it.
That guy has a stick up his ass, so I think it's great that they're like trying to like make him be this like represent like all the different relationships that could exist in the world, like
actually I just finished also this week. I finished the Eastern Kingdoms book, the little book, which is kind of simple. It's like a little storybook that takes you through like items and places in the game and stuff, and everyone was kind of like, oh, Flynn and Matthias Shaw are in it, like is there gonna be like a lot of gay like kissing? It really wasn't, but so the layout of the book is like Matthias Shaw writes it and then Flynn sort of like puts in his little notes, and there's a lot of little like lovey things. Like Oh, this reminds me of you so much. This is hot. I don't know. You have to read the book, but you can definitely see that there's some snuggling going on between them. It's very cute, but it's not overly done. It was very cute, and I think it was in good taste. So that was that.
I think it just ties into what I think will be the final raid in the new expansion, where like Turalian.
You said you weren't gonna mention Rathion.
I'm not. No, but I think it's gonna tie into like Turalian being like this like religious bigot, and then Anduin's gonna show up after helping Sylvanas like save all the souls in the mall, and I really think that it's gonna be like like Siege of Orgrimmar with like Siege of Stormwind, and we're gonna have to actually kill Turalian.
Do you think Turalian's like anti-gay because
Yes.
he's so like religious? Yeah.
He reminds me of like one of those like old school Catholic priests where like
Oh,
no sex before marriage, no gays allowed in our religion. That's what he reminds me of. So that's my prediction. But yeah, before we delve into topics that isn't really related to the show, do you guys want to move on to or Gershom, do you want to move on to the mixed drink of the week?
Fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
Okay, so for this week with the mixed drink of the week, it's Pre-Scourge Lordaeron. I am the one creating it. Wooly gave his guess to us off air, so I will read it out before we announce what's actually in the drink. And then after we do this drink, it's Gershom's decision to find out what the next drink of the city. So, Gershom, do you know what city you're gonna pick for next week, or?
Yeah, I have an idea, and no spoilers. I actually I didn't make a guess for your drink, so I just kind of want to hear what it is. Do you want to read Wooly's guess and then let us know what it is? Because I ran out of time. I've been working a lot this week and with the kids and blah, 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 so I actually didn't come up with a guess.
Well, you could put something together in the 20 seconds it's going to take for me to read Wooly's guess, but Wooly guesses UV blue. I don't know what the fuck that is. Lemon juice, bourbon. Wooly...
UV blue is like it's like a vodka, but it's blue.
Okay, so it's like okay, that makes sense then. Wooly, you could not be any farther from what this drink is.
Pre-Scourge Lordaeron. So it doesn't have bourbon in it, and it doesn't have vodka in it. Is it like some sort of tequila shot? I don't know. You gave me 20 seconds. I took my 20 seconds.
So it's, you take your shot glass, you dip it in lime juice, you put sugar around the rim, then in a mixer.
There goes your dog. We got dogs all over the place.
Creme de cacio, vanilla schnaaps, moonshine, silver powder, black powder. Now you're gonna do a bunch of silver powder and a little bit of pinch of black powder, and there's edible versions of this because I found out.
Are you talking about like edible sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
You mix it all up, and it should look like a solid gray with a nice frosting of sugar around the rim, and you do the shot, and it's good.
Oh my god, did you try this? That does sound really good.
It is. It looks like what I think Lordaeron would look like in the winter. Like with snow on the fucking like castle and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, that's rad. I love it. Oh, that's rad.
I love doing the drink of the week. Like when it's my turn, like I take like hours to research this shit.
I know. I like when I came up with the Dalaran one, I was like, I sat on it for like 3 days. I'm like, oh my god, this is a lot of pressure. I don't know how Wooly did that every week. So did you try it? Are you gonna try it? Are you just drinking seltzer?
Today I'm just drinking seltzer, but I did make it last night and I had it and it was okay. But it's one of those shots where like you do one of them and you're good. It's good, but you're good because if you drink more than one, like you're just gonna have like a sugar hangover.
Nice. Okay, so retrospectively, over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole. Yeah.
Yep. So again, it's a Lordaeron Pre-Scourge. It's creme de cacio, vanilla schnaaps, moonshine, edible silver powder, just a pinch of edible black powder. You sugar your rim of your shot glass, you mix it up in another glass, and you dump it into the shot glass and do it.
Nice. That sounds delicious. So I decided, you know what? I should have checked if this is actually on the list. I hope it is, because in honor of how much fun I'm having in BFA, I want to do the Boralus shot. So next week I'm going to come at you with the Boralus.
So Boralus, I believe, has not been done, so...
I don't think so. I hope not. Oh, I don't know. Well, he's going to have to let us know because I couldn't find the list. So, do you want to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's move on to the news.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
There's like seriously one thing in the news. It hasn't been a lot. I mean, just things that we're talking about. So, the 9.2.5 PTR has installed portals. So, just to explain, to go back a little bit, because this expansion's been so long, Blizz decided to add a season 4, where we voted on certain like old content dungeons for Mythic Plus, excuse me. So they're basically gonna install portals to Gorgrond, Karazhan, and Mechagon, because the dungeons are in Karazhan, Mechagon, Iron Docks, and Grimrail Depot. So I guess they're going to be upstairs in Oribos somewhere. I think, like, people are saying it's kind of in a weird spot. I haven't seen it. I don't play the PTR. So I think like maybe when the actual 9.2.5 comes out, they'll put them like by the portals. I don't know why they're like hiding in a weird spot. Maybe that's just what they're doing. So I have no idea. There's a link in the show notes on the Wowhead News if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, that is very strange that they're doing it that way. And even the fact that Grimrail Depot made it to fucking Mythic Plus.
Dude, I love Grimrail Depot.
I do
hate
too,
this.
but I feel like a lot of people voted for it just to troll. But like they're like, oh, like my vote's not gonna like the election, right? They're like, oh, my vote's not gonna matter, and then next thing you know, like 20,000 people vote for this fucking shit dungeon.
I heard that all the filthy casuals voted for it because they're like, oh, that's cool, we're on a train. And I'm like, I'm hiding in my corner like, I didn't vote for that as a filthy casual. I totally fucking did. I love Grimrail Depot. It comes up on Time Walking and I'm like, yes, queen, let's go to Grimrail Depot. I love the train. I do not get motion sick. I love it. I liked Gorgrond. It was so weird. It was like jungle-y and desert-y, and I honestly like Draenor a lot, and I know it wasn't a popular expansion. I can't wait to go back and do Chromie time on that shit because
I love
that was fun.
expansion.
That was fun for me. Yeah,
So,
I loved it.
I think people liked the expansion. The problem was it just wasn't enough content. They like cut the content to make Legion, which I didn't play Legion, so I'm going off what people say. It was a really good expansion. But let me ask you, if you could replace Grimrail Depot with another dungeon from Draenor, what would it be?
Akendun, absolutely.
I fucking hate that place.
And why? I love the role play. It's so much fun.
The role play is it's Mythic Plus, right? So the role play slows it down. I think they should do the one where we go to Spires of Iraq. I love that place.
Oh, the Skyreach? Oh, I hate that place. I hate Skyreach. You know what? Even in Time Walking, I still die when the fucking bird queen like sends her little baby birds out to like knock you off the thing. And I'm like, yay, I made it through all the tornadoes. I totally did it because I'm a hunter. So like I use aspect of the cheetah to like sprint through the wind, and I get through it. And then I get up to the top and the bitch just knocks me off. I hate that shit. I actually came up on one the last Time Walking I did for Draenor, and I got it and I quit. And I guess when you quit now, the debuff is for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, I'm going to bed. I hate Skyreach. I hate it. So you would vote for Skyreach to be in there?
I like Skyreach. I like that dungeon, and I like what is the other one in there?
I like you know what? And this is unpopular opinion as well. I enjoy Everbloom as a hunter.
Me too. I was gonna say
I think the AoE is a lot of fun in there.
I was gonna say I think Everbloom was what I would put in if it wasn't Skyreach.
Yeah.
But do you remember that guy Percy? Like when you were doing the quest line through well, I get because you said you haven't done Draenor's quest line yet, but you go to the Spires of Iraq, the zone, and he gave me this guy Percy, he's like a little raven pet of one of the Arakoa. And he's just hilarious. Like, Percy, put that book down. It has pornography in it.
No, no, I've seen that. I've played it through once. I just need to go back and play it again. And actually, that's actually fun. Spires of Iraq is, I think, where you get like the mystery keg or something. I don't know. There's something weird there. And there's also a mount. There's like a rare that like never spawns that has a chance to drop a mount. I was sitting around there one time waiting for the rare to spawn, and I was there for about maybe like 2 hours, and there were other people and they're like, where's the rare? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's like a weird bird out on an island that
I think we need to circulate back with that with Wooly next week, because he's really good at like knowing what the mounts are and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So do we want to jump into the question of the week?
Yeah, let's go into the question of the week.
Question above the week.
All right, swingers. Last week, our question was, do you plan on changing mains in Dragonflight? If you are, what are you switching to, and how come? So I read a lot right there. So Gershom, why don't you give a Moon's answer out to everyone?
All right. So Immune says, I'm kind of digging the double main of my Holy Priest and Beastmaster Hunter. I always get my priest to max first, but I definitely think I'll keep raiding in Uno Mas as my hunter if we have enough healers. Invoker will probably be number 3. We'll see if I like how it plays. And I think sort of everyone is like, maybe an Invoker, but we just don't know yet. So do you want to read Aaron's?
No, fuck Aaron.
Fuck Aaron.
I might replace my Mistweaver with an Evoker, but that will be the only real change. For better or worse, I'm backing Growlina into Kingdom Come. And Aaron is a Feral Druid main, right?
No, he's Growlina is a Fire Mage. Fire Mage extraordinaire. Yeah. Growlina.
I thought it was a Feral Druid with the name.
No, that's Slide. Slide is a Feral Druid. Yeah.
Okay. So Aaron, props to you playing an off-meta class like me. So I hope Fire Mages slap, and usually they're only bad.
Aaron is a big stand for you too. He actually said it on the DNR podcast once. He was like, Bentolas is my guy. I'm always gonna vote for him. So
that's why I'm fucking winning the election this week. Oh, hold on 1 second. This is not part of our show notes, but I need to see if I actually secured winning ship at the draft this week.
I think you did. It's later on. I think you got 4 or something. I think you did win.
Ha! I finally fucking won a draft. Fuck everyone.
And I lost.
You didn't get a single vote.
No, I voted for myself. Fuck you.
Ha!
So Crucifix says, no. I'll main my dwarf probably till I'm in the ground, definitely. I'll have another alt though, so I assume that will be his evoker. Yeah. And Shantyman says, I'm playing the long game. Welcome back, Shantyman, by the way. I can't wait to see you at TBCon 2022. Shantyman says, I'm playing the long game and I'm gonna have Feral ready to go for when I get my panda druid.
Welcome back, Shanty. And are you a druid main? Like, you could answer this in like the general chat when the episode releases, but like, I don't. You're the only person I think in this Discord where I don't know what you actually play, but that's probably because you haven't been playing WoW for personal reasons. But I hope everything's going well, and I know you got that promotion at work, and you got the hours secured. So congratulations, and we would love to see you in Azeroth again, especially when they let us do like raid alliance groups.
I think Shanty mains Horde in a lot of ways, but it's sort of like me. I think a lot of people just go back and forth Horde alliance, like based on where their friends are. So that cross faction is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would love to. Anyone in this Discord, I'm gonna stand myself right now. If you want to get KSM when they announce the cross faction dungeoning and shit, hit me up. I will more than welcome to help you get KSM.
Is your rogue Horde or Alliance right now?
He's Horde.
What
He's
race
an orc.
are they?
He's an
orc.
orc.
He's an orc? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that like bloodlet or that one, the racial ability where you press it and you get like a bunch of damage.
Yeah, it's like a rage, some sort of rage thing that they get.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna read Hoax's next answer because I have a lot of comments on this. I will not be changing mains. I suck enough at Warlock. How can you suck at Warlock? You literally have to press one button. Rain of Fire.
I love my Warlock. My Warlock is my other main. So like number 2 and then number 3 will probably be Evoker. But yeah, I mean, you don't gotta. I mean, it is what it is. People suck at things, I guess. I don't know.
You literally gotta press one button and you do so much fucking damage. It's crazy.
I'm sure Hoax probably doesn't suck. They're just being self-deprecating like every fucking person who's in podcasts. Like we're all self-deprecating to a certain point. So, friend of the show, Tajala says, I will not be switching mains only because in my lore for my character's Tiara, my human warrior, is my champion of Azeroth. Since I'm also a casual story player, it would feel weird to switch to some new person. Sorry. Wow, it's a lot of reading. I suck at this.
Tajala, I would not think that you played a warrior. Honestly, I had you down for like priest or druid. That's actually like a human
that was
warrior.
a shock to me too. I know, I didn't feel that either, but you know, you never know what you're gonna learn about your friends on the internets.
Yeah. So, who's gonna read? Want me to read Woolies?
Yeah, read Woolies because I'm gonna go ham on Vanderlyles after this.
Yeah, you can read that because that's a fucking essay. It depends. I'm changing mains in season 4, likely to Feral Druid, but if I like the way the Evoker plays, I might switch to it. If not, go Kitty Cat. Wooly, shut the fuck up. You're gonna play a fucking Warlock like you always do. You always say you're gonna reroll, and then you'll end up playing a Warlock anyway. So, Wooly, love you, but I feel better, but you're gonna play a Warlock. You know it too.
Get well, Wooly. We love you. Get that Warlock rolling, boy. So, Vanderlyle has a essay. Durids. Hold on, I'm gonna go. Durids must always help each other. Sometimes a new Durid needs some help. And advice from a good Durid, so you should always help another. Even I learned all this from Durid Skull, who has what a famous teacher there who knows is all this. Druids is hard. Durids is hard but strong. Some people think Durids can't be bear and can only heal and them doesn't. No, they is always can say, but only don't listen to them. Durids is strong for bear or cat or seal or whatever, and you doesn't have to heal if you don't like heal. Durids is for have fun time with friends. Everyone is like a fun time Durid. So Wooly was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, that was pretty funny because Vanderlyle is usually short and sweet. So I love that creativity. And that was hard to read.
He's the kind of person to use that like ooh fucking chat filter.
I swear. I know entirely.
Great answer though. We love it. So Gershom, like how are you feeling about the new expansion? Are you gonna switch mains? Like what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna switch mains. I'm gonna keep it between Gershom and Noto. I love my hunters. I will definitely try an evoker, of course, just because it looks like a blasted good fucking time. And I'm gonna try it. It will probably just be an alt. What about you?
It really depends on what they do with Outlaw. If they make Outlaw like a viable class again.
Does Outlaw still suck right now?
It is the worst, absolute worst right now. That's not the topic of discussion though. So I could go on a rant about what they need to do with Outlaw. But Outlaw sucks. I suck at playing sub. So if they don't fix Outlaw, I'm actually looking to play a Ret Paladin as my new main.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't want to go to just sub rogue? Like are you playing what are you maining right now?
I'm playing a sub rogue right now.
Do you like it?
No, I don't, and I suck at it. So I don't like it at all. I prefer the Outlaw style where like you just hit a button when it's on cooldown. Sub, there's a lot of like you have to like hold abilities to line them up with your, it's more of like a burst class. I'm not very good at it though. So if they don't fix Outlaw, then I'm looking to playing either an Ellie Shaman or a Ret Paladin. But I like melee, so I probably lean towards the Ret Paladin. I actually started leveling one. He's level 18 right now, so.
Right on. That's right. I have a friend who swears by his Ellie Shaman, so I don't know. I didn't like Shaman. I rolled a Shaman and I didn't like it. So we have a new question of the week.
Hold on.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
So Wooly wanted to ask the question, how are you going to feel about looming Season 4 content? Because we're in charge of the show this week. The question of the week will be, who do you feel has the most sexual tension in Azeroth?
Wait, no, isn't that going to be the draft?
It's also going to be the draft, but it's also going to be a question because I want people to put their answers out there so I get ideas formulating in my head. So, the question of the week is, which two characters in World of Warcraft, now, previous, or in the future, that you think had the most sexual tension and should just, like, go on a boat somewhere and get married?
So you didn't mention Lady Moonberry for one fucking week. That's great.
You just did for me, so I don't have to mention her. And Lady Moonberry's gonna be fucking dead after this expansion anyway. Fucking
the whole Shadowlands is like, I know, it's gonna be so sad. Like, the Shadowlands was like so cool, but it's like, where are all these characters gonna go? I know you mentioned that before, like, it's weird. Like,
you know what they should have done though? They should have just, like, for example, like, Venthyr have Kael'thas, whatever the fuck his name is, the mage.
Yeah, Kael'thas. No, you're right.
And then Necrolords had Draka. They should have just, like, picked, like, characters from previously in the lore who died.
Ardenweald had Ysera. She came back.
Ysera's coming back, 100%. I'm telling you, 9.1, 9.2,
oh, yeah.
or sorry,
Dragonflight?
Yeah, she's coming back.
You can't have Dragonflight without Ysera somehow. Maybe all the work we did in Shadowlands to, like, support her and do the quests and stuff will bring her back somehow, because I don't envision Dragonflight without Ysera. And that's Alexstrasza's sister. That's actually, so Alexstrasza, that's the person she misses the most. There's, like, this weird little quest where you have to, at some point, where you have to go and tell Alexstrasza, like, you give her something from Corialistraz, who's her number one, like, consort, like, her mate, her husband, and you take it to her, and she's like, that's nice, I miss Corialistraz, but the person I miss the most is my sister, Ysera, so she's definitely coming back. And they're actually, like, blood sisters, not, like, sister in the quote way, but they were actually created at the same time from the same place. Like, the Titans created them at the same time. So Alexstrasza and Ysera are sisters.
You know what I like the most about the dragons? Like, you think about it, like, you know, in our normal society, like, a guy that goes out and, like, bangs a bunch of girls is considered like a Chad or a stud. And I like the way that they make Alexstrasza sound like, because, like, she has, like, these multiple husbands and she's just like a boss ass bitch.
Oh man, she's so hot. Yeah, I love Alexstrasza. Really she's amazing. Yep. And I love that she's got her, like, she's got some better clothes on now too. That's all
right. So, like, let's we're gonna do an impromptu because we don't have a draft this week. We're going to do an impromptu vote. Rank the Dragonflights 1 to 5 based on how much you like them. So, like, you have the red, you have the bronze, you have the green, you have the blue, and you have the black.
Is that our impromptu draft?
Yes, it is.
And
you're not racist if you don't vote for black number 1.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. So, just to recap, I think our last draft, so we had 5 race class combinations that have not been put into the game, At least not yet. That's Woolie's sinister voice. So I said Zandalari Warlock, Nightborn Demon Hunter, Blood Elf Druid, Draenei Rogue, and High Mountain Tauren Paladin. And what'd you say, Ben?
Draenei Warlock, so an Eridar, a Pandaren Druid, which I kind of like touched on that in the last episode. A Void Elf Demon Hunter, because all elves should be demon hunters. An Undead Demon Hunter, which makes sense. And then a Kiltiran Paladin, because humans could be paladins, Kiltirans should be paladins.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. And then Woolie said Orc Druid, which sort of makes sense. Void Elf Paladin, of course. That's my boy. He wants his Void Elf Paladins. Undead Druid, Worgen Monk, and Gnome Paladin. I feel like a lot of those are just things that should just be like in the way that the game goes. I feel like there's no restrictions on any of those, so they should just let them. And I really hope moving forward that the game kind of eventually unlocks like all races and classes. I think that would be bitchin'.
It would be bitchin'. But let's go into our draft, our impromptu draft. So who would be your number one? Like if you had to pick a dragonflight to be associated with, who would you be your number one?
Me? Red, dude. I love Alexstrasza. All the way. All the way. Queen of life, mother of the dragons. I'm there for it.
I would choose black. I think that Deathwing is a very misunderstood character. It wasn't his fault that he fell into the corruption. It was the old god's faults. And I don't know. I just think like Deathwing was always like, he's very practical in his ways.
Did you ever read the War of the Ancients trilogy?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So to like see him sort of wandering around and being Neltharion or whatever his original name was, and just he was actually sort of friendly, and then like he gets into Ronin's head or like different people's head, and he's like, I'm corrupted, and like like no, like it's so sad. Like I do agree with you on that one.
He's very much the ends justify the means, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it sucks about the old gods though, because I don't think he wanted to do that. There's also a lot of
he did.
There's also a lot of stuff in that book about like how much pain he went through, like having those plates like hammered onto him and stuff. Like he was literally screaming. Like it was very painful for him just to go through that.
Did you read the Dragon book? Because they talk about like before.
Like Day of the Dragon. I didn't read those.
You should
I did.
though.
I will.
Because it talks about like, you know, before they became the aspects, and you find out like how like practical he was, and like how like he like sacrificed his life to save Ysera, basically in the book. But I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So who's your number 2 pick then, Gershom? If you had to pick a dragon.
I like Malygos. I do. I picked the blue. I like Malygos because I have like sort of a head for like magic and spirituality and stuff like that, and like meditating, and I feel also so bad like how he went down and how he went crazy also as well. Like I don't know. I like the blue dragon flight as well.
I kind of agree with you on that. Like, I feel bad for him. Like, I can understand, like, what he did was wrong, but I can understand why he felt that way. Do you
think, not to take away from the draft, but do you think that Alexstrasza is going to get corrupted in the expansion because she's the only one who hasn't been? You think she's going to fight it off?
I think she's going to be, like, our, she's gonna be like the main like character in the lore that like drives us forward through the story. No, I don't think she gets corrupted.
I agree with you. I know a lot of people are thinking that she's gonna get corrupted, but what is your pick?
I would have to go with fucking the bronze, because I think it's so like G that the guy I can't say his name. Nozdormu?
No, it's Dormu. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's so G, like he knows what's gonna happen to him, and he still like stands strong, and like it's like you know, I'm gonna do the best I can for Azeroth, and then when my time comes, then you guys are gonna have to kill me.
He literally tells you, like, you go
Yeah.
fight Murozond. That's his name, right? In like the Caverns of Time, you go to that dungeon, you
Yep.
fight Murozond, and he's like, this is me, but you're gonna have to kill me, but don't do it, but do it, because that's the best for Azeroth. Yeah, he is pretty hard in that way.
Yeah, he's just like a straight up G, I think. I don't know. I just think there's so much that they really haven't delved into the Bronze Dragonflight so much, you know? Like, besides, like, the Caverns of Time bullshit, you know?
Yeah, well, we're coming up on Dragonflight, so I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like dragon stuff. Like, I
Me
think
too.
a
I
lot
love
of
the
stories are
dragons.
gonna unfold. I am so excited for this expansion. I'm so excited. I can't. It's gonna be like next year, and I'm already. And like my daughters are like watching me watch like the YouTube stuff, and I'm like, like it's coming, it's coming. I loved Shadowlands. I did. I'm not gonna talk shit about Shadowlands. It was fun. But I know
did
you
not
won't.
like it.
But I feel like just to get back to the swords and shields, I know people talk shit about me for this. They're like, oh, let's go back to Azeroth. It's not back to Azeroth. It's not that. It's just I love that high fantasy dragons. I'm ready for that. Totally.
I just feel like they jammed up. Like, Shadowlands could have been a great idea, but like they just jammed a bunch of like nonsense characters into your face where they're fucking done after this expansion. You're never gonna see them again.
Like Lady Moonberry. Are you
Like-
gonna miss her?
Well, I mean, Lady Moonberry, obviously, but like Denathrius, he was an awesome character, and he's fucking like dead in some sword somewhere. Like,
Do you think that there's gonna be some sort of way that they're gonna bring him back though? Like if he's in a sword, I mean.
To
No.
be honest with you, I thought he would make an appearance. He made an appearance in the raid with the Pantheon thing, but no, I just, he was such a wasted character because everyone like stands, like the only thing people like universally like about this expansion is that Denathrius was such a cool villain, you know? He was so arrogant.
Sire the nastiest.
Yeah.
You know what? Also in that cinematic where like when you kill the jailer, he's like the one that feels very like in place. Like the Archon was like, fuck you, jailer, dude, and everyone's kind of like, screw you. And Denathrius is like, we could have done so much, brother. Like, it's very weird. Like, I feel like they're not gonna do away with Denathrius somehow. Like, I mean, the Nathrezim are present in the world. They're the Dreadlords and blah blah blah. And there's like a planet. Illidan goes there, and
He
I don't.
shit up. He
Yeah,
fucks
like
shit
I
up
don't
when he
think
shows up.
I don't think it's over. I don't think Denathrius is done somehow. Like I don't know. That's just my prediction. I feel like we're gonna see him come back somehow. That might be dumb of me.
No, I mean it makes sense, but it's just, it's crazy the past couple expansions how they like dumped these like great like fucking Gul'dan. Like Gul'dan should have been the final raid boss of Legion, and he was like what, the second raid boss? I don't know.
I can't. I didn't raid in Legion. I don't remember, to be
We
honest.
probably should have mentioned this in the Worldcraft News, but Worldcraft News is actually hiring a new head of lore writing.
So like a new writer of lore.
Yeah, so basically he's gonna be like in charge of the story. He's gonna be the one writing all the notes.
Is
and
that
whatnot.
taking the place of Alex Fuckface, Afraziabi, or whatever his name is?
No, he was something else. He just like had a lot of influence into it.
Nice. All right, so that was kind of fun. Are we done with the draft? You want to go to final
not yet.
thoughts? Or-
No, we're on number 3. Who's your number 3 dragon race?
Well, there's only 5, so of course I'm gonna pick Ysera, I guess.
Okay.
I'm
why?
actually a black thumb, so I appreciate anyone who can like make things grow and survive And, you know, honestly, she's like a bit of a mother as well. Like Alexstrasza gets the credit for being a mother, but I feel like Ysera is like a mother of certain things as well. And just, man, like every time I watch her die in that dungeon. Like
the dungeon is a story in Velshara.
Yeah, in Velshara where she dies, I literally like leak tears. Like it's just so sad, and like Xavius is so mean. And having read the War of the Ancients trilogy and knowing what happens to Xavius, and like that he was like a night elf that got, or a high elf that got corrupted, and it's just really.
Whoa! Hold on, we gotta retract that statement.
Wait, I fucked up.
No, you didn't fuck up. He wasn't a night elf that got corrupted. He voluntarily chose to be corrupted. There's a difference.
Nope, you're right. And then when he's like, ha ha ha, and he like corrupts Ysera and he like turns her like all gray and stuff. I cry about that. So I pick Ysera. I hope that she comes back and she gets
to be a boss ass bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my number 3 is gonna be Alexstrasza, because for what I said before about Ysera, Alexstrasza, there's no other way to describe her than a boss ass bitch. And I'll leave it at that for my draft. So what's your number 4 pick then, Gershom? I think you have the bronze and you have the,
I know. I have bronze and black. I know. Yeah. I'll pick the black Dragonflight. I want to see Nothurian not be an asshole. I feel bad about what happened to him too, to be honest. I feel bad. Just reading the book, I just want to see him be normal and just, you know, practical. Like like you said, he was a very practical dragon. Like he had the right thoughts in head, and he just got corrupted by the old god. So I would like to see Nothurian and the Black Dragonflight like not be corrupted that way. You know, like when you go back to Blackwing Lair and you kill Nefarian, his son, and Nixia, it's rough. Like you're like, man, why are you guys like this? You know, and then you go back and to the War of the Ancients, and you're like, that's why they're like this. Like I would like to see them not be that way and just be good dragons again in Dragonflight.
I think my number 4 pick is gonna be Ysera, because I think Ysera is she's like relatable. Like I can understand like everything Ysera does and whatnot, and like I think the Emerald Dream is a really cool concept. So I like Ysera. She's a not a boss ass bitch, but she's a she's kind of like the girl that, like, I don't know, like if I were gonna marry one of the people in the dragon thing, like I think I would marry Ysera, because I think she'd be like she's a caretaker, if that makes sense. Like she like cares about people, she'll always take care of you no matter what you do.
She does. She's a very like looker outer. Like she's very. You could give her a hug, I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe Alexstrasza, like, not even. Like, she's a little standoffish, but Ysera's very, like, open and welcoming.
No, Alexstrasza is very much like a money getter, like, boss-ass bitch. That's the best way to describe Alexstrasza. But, like, Ysera is, like, very, like, oh, I need to talk to someone about something. I'm going to Ysera.
Definitely. That's actually a good point.
So then I guess the bronze are your number 5, huh?
I guess, yeah. I like the bronze. Because since we did this impromptu draft, I do wish that we didn't have to go kill Murazond in the end time dungeon, but it is what it is, I think. And also, like, it's not the War of the Ancients. There's like another book that mentions him where you like go maybe it is the War. Is it the beginning of the War of the Ancients books where you go back and you go through that weird like time warp and he's like in there and you're Ronan? Yeah, it is the War of the Ancients, right? Where like you're with Ronan and stuff and he's like, wait, that's That's the bronze dragon, but he's like stuck in like a time warp. I don't know. I feel.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, totally. So it would be cool to save him. I like the bronze dragon fight too. The last pick though, I guess.
And to our listeners, we're not trying to like say people suck because we rank them number 5. It's just like, you know, we all like the dragonflights. We're just ranking them. I'm gonna go with number 5, Malagos. I think Malagos was very selfish. Be honest with you, I think Malagos he's kind of on tier with being a racist, if you ask me, because he only thinks dragons should manage magic or whatever.
He did try and kill all there were like the mage killers, right? Like he had those little blue dragons wandering around in Caldara who were like mage killers or like mage murderers or something, where you have to go and kill a bunch of like humans who are trying to do magic.
Yeah, it's a bit racist if you ask me, and like, you know what, like, I get it, like, your fucking dragonfly got wiped out, but like, you don't need to go into hiding for all those years. Like, fuck him. I think Caligos is so much better. I prefer him, actually, as the head of the blue.
And he's gonna get a new makeover. He's gonna look super hot.
Is he?
He does look super hot. Go look it up. He looks great.
I hope Jaina fucking accepts him back then.
I don't think she's gonna. We'll see.
We'll
see. I don't know. Prediction. So, do you want to get out of here with some final thoughts, or? I think that was your final thought. Maybe.
My final thought is, Wooly, you're gonna play a fucking warlock. Stop fucking with us.
All right, and my final thought is, actually, I kind of wish Jaina would marry Calicos. That'd be hot as fuck. Because she's definitely into big, strong, magical people. So
they would make beautiful babies, though.
I think
they
Thrall would be pissed as fuck. Can you imagine how mad Thrall would be if Jaina started fucking Calicos?
Can you imagine the next expansion?
Jaina, no!
Thrall goes on a rampage.
He's got a cloaca. What are you doing?
They would make beautiful babies, though. Caligos and Jaina.
Yeah, beautiful little evoker blue dragon babies. Oh my god, I did it.
They would have blue eyes, bright blonde hair, and they'd be half dragon. They'd be like fucking my boy Rathian.
They'd be 1/4 elf too, because he's, half elf.
Listen, I am not I'm not homosexual, but Rathian is fucking hot.
He is hot as fuck. As a normal fucking woman, he's hot as hell.
He is fucking hot.
I love that hair. I love it.
And I told you guys I wouldn't fucking bring it into the episode, but I'm telling you right now, Rathian is going to be the one who leads us to glory, slaughtering that fucking religious bigot Terralian. We'll probably have to kill Aurelia. What is her name? Aurelia?
Aurelia. Oh, we're gonna kill Aurelia. I hope not. I kind of like her.
My final thought, actually, I'm gonna reverse what I said before. Why do all the Windrunner sisters like humans?
That's a good thought. They all end up with humans. Sylvanas and Nathnos are the only one that can't have kids because they're dead. So, yeah.
It's unbelievable, right?
It is unbelievable. Do you want to get going?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Apologies to Wooly, our normal editor. There's probably a lot of editing that needs to go on, but we're gonna get going. You can follow us at Thrallsballs Pod on Twitter, Wooly08 on Twitter, Hunter Gershom on Twitter, Bentolas _outlaw on Twitter, and I only check my Twitter once a month, so don't tweet me. You can email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, or you could leave a review on warcraftradio.com podcast directory. love you guys all. Thanks for tuning in for another great episode. And yeah, we're getting on out of here.
Yeah, have a good week, swingers. Love y'all.